Hey guys, for this video I thought we'd take a quick look at a couple of Makita items I recently picked up. We'll take a look at the battery, the charger, and then do a little test with the impact driver. So first up we have the Makita 3 amp hour 18 volt lithium battery. It is BL1830B. It says it is 54 watt hours. It does have a fuel gauge on the front. 3 amp hour batteries are pretty good because they have enough longevity that you can use it with pretty much any tool and be okay. You know, some tool companies will sell you like a 1.5 or a 2 amp hour battery and they just don't last as long. So 3 amp hour is pretty good. This one's a little bulky as far as it's been around for a while, and newer batteries are more compact usually than this one. So a little on the heavy and bulky side, but still 3 amp hour battery is not too bad. We also have this charger over here, and it's actually a really good charger. It's the DC18RC. See, it does lithium and the nickel batteries, 7.2 to 18 volts. And if we look at the output of this, it is a 9 amp output charger. So to give some perspective on the charger here, Hart cordless tools, they have the slip-on chargers, and their regular charger that you get, the most typical one, has a 1 amp output. The fast charger for them is a 2 amp output. If we're talking about DeWalt tools, their most common chargers, in my experience, is the DCB 112, which is a 2 amp output, the DCB 115, which is a 4 amp output, and then they have their fast charger, which is the DCB 118. That's the big yellow charger if you've ever seen it, and that is an 8 amp output. So this being a 9 amp, it has more higher output than really much anything else available. I think Bosch has an 8 amp output charger, but anyway, it's going to charge your batteries really fast. This 3 amp hour battery is rated at charging in 30 minutes according to Makita's literature. So 30 minutes on a 3 amp hour battery is really good. The only thing I caution about this one, and it also applies to the DeWalt DCB 118, is they both have fans built into them, and they're high output. So to keep things cool, they add a fan. So you definitely want to keep it in an area where it's not going to get really dirty and dusty and all that, because the fan introduces a point of failure. If the fan goes out, you don't have a charger anymore. So it's really important to just keep this thing somewhere where it's going to be clean and you don't do anything to disrupt that fan. So lastly, take a look at the impact itself. It has a variable speed trigger, but it only has one speed. You do not have a speed selector here. On the side it says you have 0 to 2900 RPM and 0 to 3500 IPM. That's impacts per minute. This is the XDT11. It is a brushless motor. Has the belt clip that can be attached to either side. See the LED. Also, it is a quick load, quick change bit. Now sometimes even inserting it, depending on your bit, you have to lift the collar to get it in. This one you can just stick it in without pulling the collar forward. And you see that is a more modern upgraded LED. It's the like cob LED, not the old bubble dome style LEDs. So for the test, I want to try, this is rated at 121 foot-pounds of torque. So I want to do a lug nut test because it's just a simple, good way of testing what an impact driver can do. Now on my truck, the lug nuts are torqued to 140 foot-pounds. So in theory, this should not take it off, even going by its own specs. But we also have a car with 100 foot-pounds of torqued lug nuts. So if it doesn't work on the truck, then we'll try the car and see what it does. Let's find out. Let's see if this thing will take a lug nut off. You see this one's already missing. That's another video I'm working on at the same time, so it's irrelevant for us. Well, it took some doing, but it did eventually break us loose. So I would say that took us right to the edge of what it's capable of, but it did take it off. So there it is, quick look at the Makita impact driver, 3 amp hour battery, and the DC-18RC charger. Thanks for watching, guys.